Assalamualaikum and good morning. We are from Group 1 and today we will present about our report and valuation for our group assignment. First of all, let me introduce you to our members. First, we have Pang Shodong. Second, we have Lee Chiwi. Third, we have Aini Najiha. Fourth, we have Nur Natasa. And last, we have Nuri Salim. For Emily, in pursuit to the instruction letter issued by Bank Muamalat Berhad to evaluate the above property, we confirm that we have inspected the property on 22 of May 2022, taken all the relevant particulars, made the necessary investigation, and now submit our report and valuation. For the purpose of report and valuation, this report and valuation is prepared for the purpose of financing use. This report and valuation should be only used for stated purposes and should not be used for any other purposes except that mentioned above without our prior written consent. Date of valuation. For the purpose of this valuation, the material date of valuation should be the date of inspection as mentioned above, which is 22 of May 2022. Scope of work. This report and valuation is prepared to determine the market value, for sale value, and fire insurance value of the subject property. For the inspection and referencing, the external and internal inspection of the subject property was conducted on 22 of May 2022 by Aini Najah binti Ahmad Alim.
The subject property is PT number 17238, which is held under title number HSD 537 Mukim Sri Medan. The property is situated in Parit Jayus, which is 24/7 km to the center of the town, Batu Pahat. The neighborhood of the subject property is near to the main roads that used to be the main access to the land region, and the subject property is surrounded by palm oil. Description of the subject property. The subject property consists of a rectangular-shaped land lot, while the category of land use is agricultural and can be used for palm oil planting. The land area of the subject property is 6.56 acres, and because it is situated in the rural area, it is restricted from the outsider.
On 12 May 2022, our team conducted a title search at the Pejabat Tanah and Galian Negeri Johor, enabling us to confirm the following details of the title summary of the subject property. Following, on the presentation slide, it is a property detail. We have included photocopies of the search document as an exhibit. We regarded the aforementioned material to be accurate while creating our report and evaluation. It is strongly advised that all of the foregoing information, as well as other aspects of ownership, be properly confirmed by attorneys. Planning provision. The subject property is designed and used for manufacturing purpose and is located in an industrial zone area. Public utilities and services. Public amenities for the subject property are electricity, water supply, garbage disposal, and telephone service connected to the property. Transportation needs to be built specifically for truck roads in order to further facilitate the production process. For occupancy status, based on our inspection, we found the property unoccupied. We have found that the occupancy rate is 100% during our inspection site.
Good morning, Doctor. I am Lee Chiwei. Now I will talk about the basic of valuation. The basic of valuation in this subject property are market value, for sale value, and fire insurance value. Market value is the estimated amount for which an asset or liability should exchange on the valuation date between a willing buyer and a willing seller in an arm's length transaction after proper marketing, where the party had each acted friendly and without compulsion. After that, the for sale value is the amount that may reasonably be received from the sale of a property under for sale conditions that do not meet all the criteria of a normal market transaction. Last, the fire insurance value is recommended sum as current reinstatement for the cost of a new building, which is including the cost of destruction of the building and clearing of place plus the provisions fee. Now I will talk about the method of valuation. The method of valuation that we use for this subject property is comparison method. This method of valuations is determine the value of the property being valued by comparing and extracting enthusiastic recent transaction and sale evidence involving other similar property in the vicinity. The factors that will considerations are including location, plot size, improvement, surrounding development, facility, and amenities available. The slide shows our evidence of value. We have found 3 sales evidence that can combine with our subject property. These 3 properties are the same type. They are agricultural lands. The first property is located on Mukim Sri Mentan Bukit Pelak, Batu Pahat, Johor. The land area is 5.345 acres and the price is 1,281,600 ringgit Malaysia and the transaction date on 15 May 2022. The second one is located on Jalan Kampong Pari Asam Kampong, Simbang Kiri, Batu Pahat, Johor. The land area is 6 acres and its price is 1,320,000 ringgit Malaysia. The transaction date is on 25 January 2021. The third one is located on Jalan Hujung Bentang, Kampung Sungai Ayam, Batu Pahat, Johor. It has 6.37 acres and the price is 1,114,750 ringgit Malaysia and its transaction date on 7 March 2022. The price range of this 3 property is attributed to the locations, level, time, size, surrounding of the property, and the relevance factor. These sales evidence provide the basis or determine the market value of the subject property under this valuation study. This is our opinion of value. After we having considered all relevant factors affecting value, our opinion that the market value of this subject property is identified as lot 17238 under the title GM's 537 Mukim Sri Mentan District of Batu Pahat, State of Johor, with the postal address as 15 Jalan Manis, Batu Pahat, Johor, with vaccine positions and individual title is good, marketable, registrable, and free from all annual brands is 1,504,800 ringgit Malaysia. And the first sales value that we assess is 300,000 ringgit Malaysia only. And the fire insurance value that we have assessed is 306,000 ringgit Malaysia. Thank you. Now I will pass to my friend to continue.
Next is building specification. For building specification, we have listed 12 of the accommodation. First, we have main structure. Next, we have roofing. Third, we have walls. Fourth, we have ceiling. Five, we have windows. Seven, we have doors. Eight, we have flooring. Nine, we have wall tiles. 10, we have sanitary fitting and plumbing. 10, we have painting. 11, we have fencing and gate. And the last one, we have electrical system.
And I will continue with my part, which is the density. The density is the first step of the residual method. Through these calculations, we know how much a unit of house can build in 1 acre of land. So um, let's look at the table. 1 acre is equal to 43560 square feet, and let's say one unit of house can fit in 5% in total. And in 1 acre, we have the 60 per acre. So to calculate the density, we have to use the 60 per acre divide by 5% in total, and we will get 12 unit per acre. Right? So uh, we have to know that only the 60, sorry, it's not 60, is 70% of land can used to be developed. Another 30 is submitted to the local authority for another land use. So the seven, 70% of land anchor area per acre is equal to 30500 square feet. So it is the land for develop. So the land for develop is the 70% of land use. Let's say if a normal terrace house we have 22 times 75, we have the 1650 square feet. So we have to calculate how much unit of house that can build in the land. We have to use the 30500 divide by the 1 unit of a normal terrace house, which is 1650 square feet. And at the last, we know that through this calculation, we know that is 18 units of terrace house can build in 1 acre, right? And I will move to the next, which is the comparisons method. So moving to the next, we have the comparisons method. In this method, we have to determine the current market value of a property. So to do this, we have to compare the similar property. In our case, we have used 3 similar property to find the market value of a property that we need to build. So as the table 1 show, this property are almost the same things, which is from the same area, Jalan Kampung Parit Jayus. And from the type of property, size of property, tenure, and other things is almost the same. And the only differences is the time, and it is the date of transactions, sorry. As the table 2 show, to make it those 3 property can be comparable, we have to do some adjustment based on time. And after all the calculations, we have find out the market value at 290,000 ringgit. So this amount is the market value of a property that we need to build, and for a 1-story house. That's all for the comparison method. So after we have calculated the density and do market study, which is use the comparisons method to find out the market value of a property. we know how many unit of house that can be built on our land and the price per unit. So with all the data and information that we have already gained by the method that we have used, we can start to calculate the residual method. So the first is to find out the gross development value, which is the GDV. Uh, to do this, we have to use the total unit of house, which is 118 unit, and multiplies the price per unit, and we get the value which in a big amount, which is 34,220,000 ringgit. So in table 2 and table 3, we also show the total cost and the fee, which is the development cost, building cost, and a professional fee. Okay, so with all the data, we can move to the next, which is the table 4. Uh, we we have include all the costs and the fee to do calculations, and also the financial cost 50% of the total value at 10% for 1 year, and the contingency which is the 5% of project cost, and the development's profit and risk 10% of GDP. And after all, we can calculate the net development value, which is in 1,364,450, which is a quite amount, and multiplies by the present value in 2 years at 10%, which is 0.8264, and we would get the residual value for a land, which is in a big amount also, which is 11,276,104. And that's all for the residual method. And after all, we have calculated the value for the land. And that's all. Thank you.